Today we're going to be looking at an election prediction between, of course, Senator Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump, as you could tell by the title of this video. So we're going to make this one pretty quick. But keep in mind, Kamala Harris is an African-American woman, and the question still stands, is America ready? We were ready for an African-American president. We weren't necessarily the most ready for a female president, but we're going to see how the 2020 demographic shifts that we're seeing today, and we will continuously see just based off trends, how they would impact a minority female candidate on the Democratic side, and how it would just ultimately lead to increased turnout and voting switching between Republican and Democratic, the Republican and the Democratic Party. So we're going to do this poll closing format. So starting off at 7 p.m., as usual, typical states go to Donald Trump. Georgia, I think, would be a toss-up, but Vermont and Virginia go to Kamala Harris. 7:30 rolls around, pure toss-ups, Ohio and North Carolina, but West Virginia goes to Trump. We're not going to talk much about 8 p.m. because these are typical states. I do believe that Pennsylvania would go to Kamala Harris. I don't see her losing that state. I don't see her losing New Hampshire, but I think she could lose that 2nd district up in Maine. But Pennsylvania is a little bit out of the reach after what we saw in previous special elections, and just the fact that Kamala Harris could bring out African-American voters, and the margin was just so small for the president that it's really hard to see how he could easily win there again, unless there's a bad candidate, and Kamala Harris is not necessarily the worst candidate. 9 p.m. rolls around. I think she would win the Rust Belt. The reason why I'm not going to talk much about it is because it doesn't really deserve much attention right now, because the Rust Belt is typically Democratic, and yes, it's trending a little bit more red, but Trump won here by less than 2% in all 3 of these states, so keep that in mind. And if his approval rating holds today, we would see a Kamala Harris victory. 10 p.m. rolls around. Iowa would be a toss-up. Then 11 p.m. this effectively makes her the next president of the United States. And then 1 a.m. rolls around, Alaska going to Trump. Nevada would just go to Harris based off history and where she is from, and pretty much her stance on certain policies that could definitely resonate with a number of independent voters. Iowa's probably not going to flip. Ohio's probably not going to flip. Florida, I do see going narrowly to Senator Kamala Harris, I think, with increased African-American turnout and minority turnout just in general, and along with the women vote, considering she's not as scandal-plagued as someone like Hillary Clinton. I also see North Carolina going to Kamala Harris, but I do not see the state of Georgia going to Kamala Harris. I still think that one will retain in the Republican column for Donald Trump, giving him 216 electoral votes just based off the conservative vote and House vote in previous elections, and 322 electoral votes for Kamala Harris, with her flipping back the states of North Carolina, Florida, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.